Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey. Do you really want that? Can't talk. Do you really want that? Can't talk. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey.
Yo. It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Time Motherfucking Yo. It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Time Motherfucking Ford. We back with another one with Kane Talks No Filter, and we got a special guest. You see my dog in the groups, the Miami Hurricane groups, a whole bunch of different ones talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? It's my dog. I got my dog Luice Cannon, man. What the business is, homie?
What up?
Man, what the business is, man? How you doing today, brother?
Everything going good. It's all good, you know. There's Luice Cannon in the house, a.k.a. Teabag the Haters.
Yes, man. We got to get this talk on, man, because I know you're going to talk you going to speak your mind. You're going to get that shit off your chest instead of all that typing and shit. We about to get it on, man. Can't talk no filter. This is episode 6 with your boy DJ, yes sir, a.k.a. Tom Motherfucking Ford, with your boy Luice Cannon. Now, let's start it off with this right here, man. How do you feel? Matter of fact, I'm going to take it back. How did you feel when Manny Diaz got hired? And what were your expectations for the shit this year, this past season?
Well, I can most definitely, I like to talk about that. I definitely felt like, okay, let's give this guy a chance, you know, because he's been around the program. I wasn't too happy with how the contract was constructed.
Right.
I didn't think he did anything to deserve 5 years. I think they should have gave him something for a year, and then make it where they could pick his coaches. I think they gave him too much power. He's been coaching for, I guess, roughly 19 years, but he's never had a head coaching job, and I just think they gave him too much too soon.
So basically you saying what they did to Manny, they just said, here's everything without any experience, and basically we hired you in about 4 to 8 hours back from Temple, and we had to outbid you from Temple, so we're gonna give you whatever you want, like you already big dogged it. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like we played it. We basically took a big ass motherfucking gamble on it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, definitely. We were in panic mode. There was no need to panic like that. He should have went through an interviewing process like everybody else.
Yes, man. And from what we just discovering, because I mean it hadn't been out there. It's been out there on a couple sites. You know that he's making $3.1 million a year.
Yeah, $3.1 million a year for 5 years, with incentives each year.
Oh my goodness!
So it can increase.
That sounds like a spade game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you this, and you give me this. Almost like a reneging ass move that you do in spades. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
There's no way that I'm gonna sit up here and give you the keys to everything. You have no experience. You've been fired about 3 times. You know, and you come here and you survive in the coastal. You look good in the coastal division. You know what I'm saying? And then we give you this big incentive because you blinded us with the turnover chains and all that. You know? So I mean, okay, going back to the season, what expectations did you have for Manny even coming in, even with no experience? I mean, is your mindset the same as it was last year? Did you know that he was gonna come in and look like this?
Well, I actually did. As soon as he stated who the starting quarterback was going to be, I knew the season was over before it started. I did a lot of research on Jaron Williams, and I knew that the guy really didn't have too many deep balls. I don't know Manny's real reason for not giving Perry a chance, but I felt like Perry earned his chance to play just by what he went through the year prior. and bringing us back against Florida State, he had the most experience. So I don't care nothing about no losing weight, because you shouldn't have came in fat and chubby no way. You coming to Miami. There was no reason to show up out of shape.
Right.
We ain't Florida Atlantic. This Miami. This the U. You come ready to play. We come from greats. So just that alone, I don't think he should have been rewarded for losing baby fat that he should have never had in the first place.
You know what I'm saying?
And I just don't understand Manny's whole thought process of just ride or die with Jaron Williams. It makes no sense.
And why do you think he was ride or die with Jaron Williams? Why do you think that he had something against N'Kosi Perry?
Well, to be honest with you, whatever he got with Perry is personal. Because I've seen where he'll let Jaron Williams completely lose the fucking game and won't even give Perry a shot. But if he does start Perry, as soon as Perry mess up, he'll pull him and put Jaron in.
Yeah, man.
But he'll let Jaron go through the whole game and lose it. So it never made sense to me.
Yeah, it is, because he never had the keys. You know what I'm saying? Perry never had the keys and never had the backing of the motherfucking coaching staff. I ain't going to say the coaching staff, because for me, the looks of it, Manny and Enos, when it really got into the gut of the season, it looks to me as they didn't like each other. You know, it looked like a marriage gone wrong. Like he just, I got a girlfriend, I'm going to go to Vegas, I'm going to marry her overnight, but then 2 weeks later, oh, I don't really like this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And the thing, I don't know what personal issues he has with N'Kosi Perry. You know, I mean, do you have your opinion on why he had like a little grudge against N'Kosi?
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, my personal opinion is, I just believe that Manny Diaz like more play. He's buddies with certain players versus others, and I base that off the facts that I'm gonna use with that is, I hate to go there, but I'm gonna have to. The way that he treated Lowe. Lorenzo Lingard Jr. shouldn't have never been treated the way he was treated, because I continue to tell fans throughout the year that there's no such thing as a player having knee surgery, coming back and telling you he's ready to play. You played him with play the boy against the first team defense, but then you say that, oh no, he's not 100%. But then you put him on special teams. And if you know anything about football, special teams, you can get chopped from behind, go at your legs, anything. Special teams is real nasty. So when I hear people say, oh, he was limping and all this crap, I don't believe none of it. Just like that mess that Manny said about him coming to the office and saying he want a red shirt. Well, all Manny lies seem to come to the surface, because if that was true, why was that boy running on the field to do the punt return, and then you called him off?
Exactly.
And now he done transferred.
Exactly. Just
now
like
I want to know these intelligent fans that say stuff like, he's hurt. Well, why do you think Florida give this boy a scholarship if he's hurt? Like, stop defending Manny ass that like to lie and mislead the press and control the narrative all the time.
Yeah, man, he good with the narrative and he good with the press. I guess that comes from his stint at being at ESPN. You know what I'm saying? They know how to control what's going on, what you're going to see, what you're going to hear, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a whole bunch of bullshit, a whole bunch of things just, it's like Manny. Everything coming back to Manny. You know, everything he said at the beginning of the season, now it's all switched now. You know what I'm saying? Like when he said it's either you gonna play for us or you gonna get beat by us, or this is not a rebuilding year. Then come to find out, after we struggling and losing games to inferior opponents, he's like, well, this is a rebuilding year. Like, what kind of shit is that, man? This ain't what you told us. You had us drinking that Kool-Aid, sipping that juice at the beginning of the season, which, not me personally, because, I saw how he was talking and how he threw Mark Richt under the bus last year. You know what I'm saying? Putting the offense against the defense. And so, that's just my personal opinion. It's like, man, it's always a fight, either or with Manny. It's like, okay, it's my offense against your defense. And I'm talking about on the same damn team. Instead of getting shit right together, he'll throw you under the bus quick, man. Because I said earlier this year during the football season, I was like, man, I see, okay, Nikasi is the fall guy this year. And what did I say after that? I said Jaren is going to end up the fall guy. Now, since speaking on that, it's news reports out here, you know what I'm saying, about this party coaching. And didn't I say earlier it was going to be Jaren is going to be the fall guy? Man, could you speak on this party culture that's obviously throwing Jaren under the bus now?
That upper room, nigga. The upper room with Jesus.
Man, that boy been partying all year. Like, and that's the issue I have with some of our fans. Some of our fans choose to believe whatever articles that suits their narrative and protects Manny. And I'm going to give you a good example of that. One moment they said, okay, they don't know where Jaren Williams is at, right? He returns like the crybaby
Smoke
is.
weed every day.
And they said they're not going to discuss that right now, what's going on, right? But then you start him. Then you let him play. Then he goes in, puts up the egg, looks terrible. You put Perry in. Perry looks better, but then you wait for Perry to get in the situation. You put Perry in situations where, number one, remember that game? Was it Pittsburgh?
Right.
Where he didn't have JT to play?
Yeah, that was Pittsburgh. JT was suspended.
Pittsburgh.
Matter of fact, JT was suspended, and I think was it Brevin Jordan didn't play that game? He was hurt or something like that. I could be wrong.
You take away some weapons when Jaren Williams playing, can't nobody do no wrong. Then you know what really bothered me too about Manny and his coaching? I want somebody to explain to me why he was playing Murphy.
Speak
I don't
on
want to
it.
hear this. I don't want to hear this Rudy talk. I don't want to hear that, but that boy didn't deserve to come in and run the ball. I don't care if he got one play. That was one too many. We already had a fullback that should have got the ball and then transferred out. So, like, all this stuff about these old, I don't like the Hollywood stories. We talking about football. Manny got to stop being people's friends. And number one, he got to stop lying because some of us can read through the bullshit.
Just like who else was behind? It was DJ Dallas. Then it was Cam Harris. Then the third back that was supposed to be behind that was Lingard or Burns. But it's funny that soon as we got close to the end zone that game against Bethune-Cookman, you know, you couldn't let Burns get that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's crazy. And has Murphy even been practicing with the running backs? Even behind Burns, you got Lingard, who you quote unquote said was hurt, but you quick to throw him out there to block for on a pass down. You know what I'm saying? When that's harder to block because you got cats coming in, you got DNs just shooting through there, you know, and linebackers. So it's like, oh, he good enough to block, but he's not good enough to run the ball.
Right. But how about this?
Like, come on, man.
I have another question though. I want somebody to share with me if he's playing Murphy, right? Why not play him all the time then? If he's so great, why you not starting him?
Thank you. He ain't play against La Tech, did he? He played against La Tech? Nah. Did he play against matter of fact, when Cam Harris got hurt and DJ Dallas was hurt, and when Cam Harris he got tweaked in the what game was that? Was that FIU or
No, wait. First of all, that motherfucker get hurt every 2 plays he hurt and coming off the field. Shit. Every other play that joker hurt.
A lot of people don't see it. You know, it almost reminds you of, but it's really no comparison because even when Duke Johnson was out there, he was killing it, you know what I'm saying, when he was out there. But it was almost like, shoot, every 4th or 5th time you get the ball, you limping. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? And so it's like you couldn't put nobody else in. Like, who has to stand? Who's tough enough not to just be limping off the field or patting your helmet? You know what I'm saying? Oh, coach, take me out. Like, we done really got to a soft-ass coach around here, man.
Yeah, and let me share something else that really bothers me about Manny and about people calling. You know, when you give your opinion, people get all upset, which they got a right to. You know, you can judge my opinion. You don't have to like it, but I'm going to share one thing with you. You say if you can coach, why you're not coaching, but let me share something with you. A smart coach is smart enough to understand what his strengths and weaknesses are. Manny doesn't understand that. and you can tell by the personnel he surrounds himself with. I'm going to give you a good example of what I mean. You felt your defense was great last year, right? Not this past football season, but when Mark Rich was there, right? Felt your defense was good.
Right.
Well, if your defense was that good, right? It's a such thing as head coach / defensive coordinator. You can call the defensive plays, right?
Thank you.
So why would you waste time to bring your buddy in? Now I'm going to answer that question for you on what these guys really be doing. You see it in the NFL all the time. So you hire your buddy, give him a job he really don't deserve, right? If you get fired and your buddy picks up a job somewhere else, he brings you on the staff.
Right.
And the merry-go go around and around. That's all they're doing. You don't see Dabo doing that.
Nah.
You don't see David. You don't see Saban caring. If they want to leave, you go. I'm gonna bring somebody else in. They can do it. But they don't just bring in anybody. Manny is hiring his buddies, and his buddy Eno said, "You know what? Y'all gonna stop thinking I'm the problem here. I don't even have the quarterback that I want to have. I'm gonna lead this damn place." And then I say in the beginning of the year, I say, y'all better pay attention to Enos, because guess what? He's setting himself up. He ain't going to be the fall guy. Enos is calling stuff to show that he can call plays and set himself up to lead Miami. I told everybody the second game of the year.
Yeah, and the thing is about Enos, I don't think he was fired. I think he left on his own. I don't think Manny fired him. I think I'm really starting to think that he left on his own.
He left too.
Because it was
I
a
don't
shit
believe
show.
Manny fired him.
He saw the shit show. He saw Manny underhandedly really throwing him under the bus. Manny say little sneaky shit in the press conference, basically throwing little jabs at, oh, it's not my fault. And Manny got that thing where it's never your fault. It's never my fault. It's something else. It's something else. He doesn't take accountability for shit. You can't have a coach that don't take accountability for anything. You're going to lead everybody to a shitstorm. Because if you can't tell me that the players don't see you not taking accountability for nothing, and then when you go and try to tell them about accountability, they're going to look at you like you stupid. Like, bitch, please, you don't do it.
Right. So let's talk about that, because this still goes back to the topic of Manny Diaz being a coach, okay? So you have rules, right? I've heard people speak about all these reasons the last couple of years on why Perry don't play, right? But we had Tate Martell ass went MIA to the point where his mama was on Twitter telling him to give her a call. She didn't even know where he was at, right? His ass shows back up. He shows back up, and you put him in before Perry, who hasn't done anything wrong all year. That was the only person that was really actually hurt. Remember they made up that shit about Jared Williams talking about his shoulder was hurt? You never saw Jared Williams with nothing on his shoulder. They ain't take him in the tent, none of that, right? But people believed it. But when Perry got hurt, what you see? What was he playing with? He had that support on that shoulder.
And just like we talked about the other day when he came in, like they put Perry in, like they knew his shoulder was banged up, and you put him up against a top 10 defense in Pittsburgh with no weapons to throw the ball to, and you expected him to go out there and just perform a goddamn miracle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was out there hurt. He had no JT, and I do not think Brevin Jordan was out there on that field either. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe so either.
So I think he was hurt that game or something like that. But, I mean, it's to the point where Jaren can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? He can smoke weed, fail tests, and all that. He can do no wrong. He can leave practice or not come to practice. He can come to practice sluggish. He can't do no wrong. But let Perry fuck up. Let him fuck up one time. Like he been keeping his nose clean and still can't get the proper respect that he deserves, especially from his coaches.
And let's talk about something, too, that really bothered me. The last time we saw Perry play, that damn Pope, it was an out he was supposed to run. So a lot of times, I want to point out now, I've seen this last year too. When Perry throw interceptions, don't think all them interceptions are really his fault. I've seen these receivers. I'm going to tell you how I know too, right? Eno's told you all you need to know. When Jared Williams F's up and do the wrong damn thing, he cussing him out, right? When Perry came off, he tapped. I seen him go up to him, tap him. It was just like, hey, it ain't your fault. And do people understand how hard it is to be a quarterback? Don't get reps in practice. come in and play, and your timing may be off with the receivers.
Please say that again so the people can hear. Please say that shit again. Can't talk no filter. Say it again.
When you play quarterback, you got to get in a rhythm and timing with your receivers. Stop believing in motherfucking movies that you just going to come in, ain't thrown, no timing down and nothing, no rhythm, and then throw all these touchdowns. Stop believing that shit. The football don't work that way. It's called practice. You got to get the reps. And what y'all fail to understand is, I guarantee you that we would have had a better season with Perry at quarterback, and you riding it out with Perry, right? Give that boy a chance. He's never been given the wheel or the keys to it. Never.
None. Never.
You gave it to Jerry Williams, right, without any quarterback controversy. You gave it to him. Even when we didn't want to see him, they played him.
First of all, I heard all I needed to hear when Malik Rozier did an interview last year after the season, and he was like, Perry should have been starting over me. He said Perry was the better quarterback. He said it out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? That tells you all you need to know. And he said Perry was the better quarterback last year. Granted, Rozier was there last year, and granted, your boy Jerry Williams was there last year. So you can't sit up here and tell me that he wasn't the best option. But we can sit on this and talk about this all day. You know what I'm saying? We're going to move on. What we're going to move on to is this party culture we hear about that's going on in Miami. Because I know back in the day, you know what I'm saying, the U used to be those party motherfuckers. But let me tell you the difference. We're winning.
That's the problem right there.
They knew when to cut on the party and when to cut off the party. And first of all, when you cut it on, you cutting it on at the wrong motherfucking moments.
Exactly.
I see that we losing games and shit like that, and you dancing in the fucking locker room 10 minutes after the game. Then I hear from a lot of people, like in these different fan groups, they say they continue to see these players in these clubs, like on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't that. This is just no rumor. This shit is true. Luckily, they don't have pictures of these cats going in there. There's owners of these clubs, some down there.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
You said something interesting. Did you have the nerve to say lucky you don't have no pictures? How about lucky these dumb fuckers didn't go live when they in the club?
They were that smart.
They go live any other time.
They were that smart.
Live, he dropped the pass. He think that shit funny. They'll go live for all the wrong shit. But guess what? I can't wait to see the dancing they gonna do once that new teammate hit the locker room. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah. Shit, he gonna be around that bitch calling cheeks. Cheeks. You wanna shake? You wanna pop that thing to that 2 line?
They won't be tuning it up no more when he get there. But hey,
yeah, we gonna see. I can't wait to see that video. Cheeks.
Who's next in the shower?
Boy, Too Sweet gonna come in that bad boy long and strong. Go ahead.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be with that bullshit no more.
I'm trying to tell you.
But to go from that shows the disconnect between the players and the coaches. That shows that we don't respect shit that these coaches are telling us. We don't give a damn. We gonna do what we want to do. That's that rebellious shit.
Let me share something with you. I said it to you, probably more than I can count, and you probably didn't even want to continue to hear it. But I remember the second game of the season, I ran into an old coach that used to coach with Butch.
Uh-huh.
And he saw me with my dime life shit that, I pretty much wasted money on this year. But, he told me who he was, and then he broke it down to me. I got to tell you something, though, about the youth. He said, they're not going to get it done. He said, Manny too busy having favorites and trying to be the favorite's friends. He said, now, when we was down there, them boys could be having dinner. They could be eating Sunday dinner, and we can call them and say, we about to have practice. They'll show up, and we'll have the stadium, the practice facility filled with fans. That's how dedicated them boys were. But guess what? We ain't take no shit from them players either. If they didn't do the stuff they were supposed to do, the motherfuckers knew next man up. We didn't play them games with them. And because they knew that, that's why we were able to win. He said we were stern with them. He said, but Manny is not. He said, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I know. And obviously this man knew. He said this to me face-to-face the second game of the season. And I mentioned it, and people, they talk, they talk stats, which I learned was another tactic, but they need to stop partying. because that's not going to get them anywhere. They need to be focused on their damn craft. Focus on running them routes right.
Speaking on stats, that's a thing that everybody just kept throwing out there this year. Stats. We got good stats, good accuracy, this and that. Percentages, this and that. You know, we one of the top in the nation and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of those stats, but looking at the play and looking at the play on the field, you know what I'm saying? I mean, could you speak on these stat thrower outers that says everything about stats but the shit not showing up on the field? You know what I'm saying? When it really matters.
Exactly, empty stats. And we're going to initial this motherfucking empty stats CP. So this is the thing about the empty stats, because I caught on to this, okay?
You know?
When you got somebody quoting you stats after your ass messed up with the main stat, and that's either you got the W or the L.
Right.
I don't give a fuck you throw for 10,000 yards in one game, but you take the L. That means nothing to me. That's an empty stat.
Right.
Now, let's go a little deeper for some of them that don't get it. If you're not playing in a tough division, who gives a damn about these stats that you're going to get caught up thinking that your team is really that dominant until they go play a team that's in a tougher conference and you really see that you had fools go.
Speak on
a good example of that. How did we look when we played Clemson?
Preach, Luice.
And that team there, that team that we had that played Clemson, is a 10 times way better team than we got right now. So we're going backwards. We're not going forward. Manny didn't learn nothing, to my opinion. I don't think he's the one to get the job done. I'm a true Miami Hurricane fan. You know, I bleed this shit too. But guess what? We got to hold people accountable. And you know what everybody say? I hate when people say, well, Manny is just the head coach. Well, let me share something with y'all. Don't shit happen if the head coach don't want it to happen. Where y'all get this shit from? Like, y'all don't understand chain of command? He is in on film on what the game plan is.
You know what I'm saying? Don't nothing move.
If you, these so-called, I got an inside source, right? That bitch Young used to say all the time, I got an inside source. And they tell me this. Well, your inside source telling you that Manny don't call the shot.
Speak on it.
If he don't, then that show you how much of a bigger fool he is. Because if you don't call the shots and they fucking up, you should have been fired somebody ass.
Thank you.
So you can't have it both ways. You can't contradict what you're saying. Stand behind your stuff.
As a matter of fact, that's even going into our next thing. You know what I'm saying? Manny had nobody to hold his ass accountable. And they didn't really, especially Blake didn't know shit about football, so he wasn't going to hold Manny accountable. Now, let's move on to this next thing, which is that A.J. Highsmith thing. A.J. Highsmith is going to hold Manny ass accountable. He going to hold them players accountable. He's going to play the dean. You know, you were never scared of the principal at school. You were scared of the dean because the dean would take you in that over here, beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? That was back in the days when you can get ass whoopers in school by people on the staff. You know what I'm saying? That's what AJ is coming to do. He's coming to dean this motherfucker. He's not coming to coach nothing. But he is going to tell you, hey, man, you fucking up right here, man. He going to tell Manny, you fucking up. He going to tell the players, you fucking up.
Well, how about this? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to even throw Manny a lifeline. You know why it's probably hard for him to get the respect from the team?
What's that?
They know this motherfucker sometimes sound like he never played, and he's never played. So that's the issue, too. Smith can come in that bitch and say, look, I'm a proven winner. I know how all this shit go. And you're going to have to respect it, or guess what? If you don't produce, he going to have next man up. He going to recruit for your fucking spot.
Of course. All you got to do is just listen to Manny talk. You see how many times he stutters? He stuttered because he's trying to come up with some shit that don't make sense. And he trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? You know people like that.
I got a question for you. Share with me a time that Miami lost and Manny said that it was his fault.
Only when he was defensive coordinator. And he didn't say it was his fault. He said, we'll take the blame on that. But this whole year since he's been the head coach, he has never once said, this is my bad.
Okay, so now I got another question for you.
Uh-huh.
Because maybe someone listening to this can actually comment and share this with me. You know, one of these inside source people, Bitch Young, may know. I want to know. I want to know when, because I know a lot about this when it comes to college football. To be honest with you, the player side of it. When you have a home game, right?
Right.
How do you break curfew when you should be all staying together in the hotel?
Right.
Okay. What staff members allowing people to sneak out?
They have nobody policing them. And a lot of people like to say, oh, these are grown men. But as soon as you talk about one of the players saying that they trash, don't talk about them. They're kids. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you can't play it both ways. And they have nobody policing them. I remember when I was in the Marching 100, you know what I'm saying? Florida A&M University Marching 100 band, drum section. Let me tell you, nobody was policing us per se, but we did have a curfew. And as soon as that curfew hit, you had like the drum majors, the second cats that's in line of the team. That's basically, you should have your football team captains. They up. They making sure, okay, everybody in the bed, everybody is straight, everybody here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's attentive. They ain't out being stupid. And we getting ready for this game. There was no leadership on this team, man. Nothing. And you can't, and the coaches didn't even know what was going on. Because they were probably fucking partying with them. Just like you said, trying to be their friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna be buddies and we gonna let you. Matter of fact, Manny probably smoking weed with him. Because he looked stressed out halfway through the season. Him and Jaren, popping Molly. Pop the Molly, I'm sweating.
Right.
So that's basically how it's going, man. It's nobody has respect for nobody. They don't even have respect for this you. So if they don't have respect for the you, why should I have respect for them? I'm going to get on here and talk shit about it.
I'm going to tell you like this.
What's that?
I'll go Randy Shannon on that ass.
Hey,
if Manny want to give my respect to show he's
take
serious,
the you.
Take them fucking
Fuck
names
that. Take
off
the
the
you
back of
off.
the jersey.
Take the you off the helmet. You not
Take
the
them
you.
names off.
You.
At this point, yeah,
that's not
take
the you.
off. Take the you off.
Shit.
And guess what? I don't want to see no turnover change.
I don't even want to see you dancing after a touchdown. Show me you can get two. Get the ball to the ref and to bring your ass back. We'll party later.
I'm trying to tell
We'll let you know when you can party.
And stop being so fucking jolly when you do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Look, like right now, I'm being honest with you. Right now, they should be all business next year because they're the fucking laughing stock of college football.
Of course.
You know how you know you're the laughing stock? When your fucking rivalries say, if they hate to see how bad you really are.
And
your rivals are saying that.
Let me tell you, not just your rivals, even the rival that you beat saying this shit about us. It's like, what? Florida State is talking shit about us. Even though people might say, these fans that's listening to this, they may say, Florida State ain't got no reason to talk. Yeah, they do, because the thing is, they can go out and get somebody and fix. They're trying to fix the program. You know what I'm saying? They're trying better than us. Shit, they got Willie Taggart out of there before halfway through the season.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? So they not bullshit. They let Manny lose the first 4 games. His ass still gonna be coaching around here. Guaranteed.
And people gonna still be making excuses. Hey, let's go into that portal, man.
Okay, let's talk about the transfer portal. Let's talk about the portal who we keep plucking and picking, and the cats that we recruit. They never get developed because you pluck and plick, and they never get the chance, their fair opportunity to play on the football field. Speak on it, Luice Cannon. How you feel about that, man?
I'm not sure I like the transfer portal. I think the transfer portal only works if it's somebody worth really getting out of the transfer portal.
Right.
So, for instance, everybody keeps saying we need to go to the transfer portal to get these offensive linemen. But if it ain't a dominant offensive lineman, what's happening with the guys that you already have there on scholarship that's not getting the reps?
Thank you.
And that ties into, explain to me, everything goes back to Manny and how he does business. Manny uses the transfer portal to hype you up, make you feel like he's nail found pieces for the stuff that everybody knows is messed up, but then it ends up being fool's gold. But I can take, you can't really say how somebody may pan out in your system, really.
Right.
Right? You try to do the best you can do. So when you see it's not working, What's wrong with, hey, I'm going to take that red shirt freshman now. The season is a bust. He can play 4 games without losing his red shirt. Let me get him in the game.
Right.
I don't want to see the senior. I don't want to see the senior. I don't want to see Murphy getting in on downs he don't deserve to be in. When you got a freshman that can play and get some reps and experience to help you the following year.
Right.
Because now we going in. Look at the big boy that was dancing around all year, the true freshman.
Yeah,
right?
he was a 4-star. I forgot his name. Number 92 and 94 was one of them.
Why wasn't he playing? He didn't play one down, I don't think. So if he didn't even play, you still had. If you a coach, you know the rules. He can play 4 games. Let that boy. He want to dance. Let him go in there. Because guess what? I give him credit for. Who wants to sit on a losing ass team and just be bored on the sideline and watching everybody play?
Right.
When you could have went somewhere else and played.
And it's crazy because who he went out and plucked from the transfer portal last year, that D tackle, he ain't even damn play this year. He played like a couple snaps. You barely saw him on the field. And when he was on the field, he didn't contribute nothing. So it's like basically everybody that you bringing in from the transfer portal, other than who made an impact. I say Hill and Osborne. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was just a waste. I mean, you went and got you went and got an O lineman from Butler. Like, come on, man. So basically, you want to have an O lineman from Butler, and you want to have a 2-star Zion Nelson, he wasn't even gonna play at the school he was committed to, Appalachia State. So you mean to tell me you're gonna have them on the Miami line? Like, get the fuck out of here! Like that shit.
And you know what? You know what really killed me about that? I hate when fans give excuses. You know the first thing fans, and we know the type of fans they really are too.
Right.
I hate to hear when fans say shit like, he don't know the playbook.
Let's
and you
speak
tell
on
me he don't know the playbook when they're running the most simplest shit in the world.
Man, we giving it to you raw, uncut, can't talk, no filter, episode 6, Loose Cannon. Speak on it, man. Who don't know?
We got to hold. I'm all about holding Manny ass accountable this year. He gonna be held accountable. I'm watching his ass. If I gotta pay and get GoFundMe to have that motherfucking plain flower top to say I'm watching your ass, I'll do it. But we watching your ass, man. Ain't nobody. I got my foot on your throat. I'm watching everything you do. Don't you come up with no gimmicks. I don't want to see, we going to come up with the lineman face mask. And motherfuckers put on the gold face mask when they do something right. I don't want to see none of them gimmicks.
Nothing.
The gimmicks are old. I want to see W's. If it ain't a W, I don't want to hear shit you got to say.
Nothing. They don't even have a press conference after a loss. I don't want to hear another lie.
If he get mad,
I don't even want to hear another lie.
I can take it if Manny gets pissed and just say, fuck the conference. Remember how the Oklahoma State coach went off that year?
Yeah.
He don't even got that fight in him. And guess what? To all you people that never played before, whoever the leader is, whoever you look up to is who you going to mimic. You're going to pick up their mannerisms.
Yeah.
You're going to pick up their hunger, their heart. Manny is showing you he ain't nothing but the fucking tiger from the Wiz.
That's all he is. To me, he just wants to be the face of winning, but he doesn't want to put the effort into winning. Just making a coaching hire is not putting the effort into winning, because your first year, Manny, you went and hired a bunch of garbage coaches, man. You went and hired some cats that we didn't even fucking know. We had to go look up. And rumor has it, they gave you the reins to sit up there and go and get whatever assistant coaches that you needed. And that's who the fuck you went out there and got. Some people that we didn't even fucking know. That's even now. That's even right now, you know what I'm saying? You went out and got, Lashley, he has a name out there, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully he does well. I heard some good things about him. But I mean, hey, can he come to Miami? And it ain't basically just calling plays at Miami right now, you know what I'm saying? Could you dig in these boys' heads right now?
I got a question for you.
What's that?
And I'm saying this so it can be dated and stamped and everything.
Let's do it.
Does Leslie have any Arkansas ties?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so you see, we gotta pay attention now. You got all these coaches you can get, right?
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, y'all cross paths. Everybody done cross paths in Arkansas somewhere.
Yep, Enos, Arkansas.
I'm gonna tell you. You know what I would be impressed with Manny? Is make sure the game on the line and we losing and them motherfuckers on the sidelines fussing and arguing with each other. Because that'll show me they give a fuck. I don't want you to lose. You come, you say the politically correct thing, you talk about all the positives. If you notice, when Dabo, Saban, any of these good coaches lose, win, they speak on the stuff that they could have done better. And if they didn't prepare them right, they say, you know what, it was my job to prepare them and I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Right.
You have to identify where your shortcomings at. He don't do that.
Right. Because I heard an interview, was it yesterday, with Shaquille Quarterman, you know, and they were asking him, they were like, man, you a so-called leader on this team, but why couldn't you bring this defense together and start just really dominating, you know? Because basically he was just saying, like, I don't know what was going on. Like, I don't know. I guess he don't want to throw Manny or nobody up under the bus, you know what I'm saying? Because he trying to go to the NFL. You don't want to speak bad on your coaches, but still, my brother, you go on an interview, man. Hey, tell the truth. Like, you have, tell the truth, set you free, man. Because you did a lot of stuttering and you sound good on the mic. But one thing about it, what you were saying was you didn't know the problem. You know, you didn't know where the root cause stemmed from. And it's like, damn, you don't know the root cause and you don't know the problem or nothing like this, but people call you the leader of this team. So what did you lead? And it's not, and it's not his fault. It comes from a culture of basically you had to start your freshman year. You didn't see any leaders in front of you. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody to teach you but your coaches. Who were your coaches? Manny. You know what I'm saying? And whoever the linebacker coach was then. I think it was, because it wasn't Packy, because Packy just came. And the way he just came last year, he needs to go because he sucks. He didn't get them linebackers no better. To me, they look like they got worse just because they got more tackles. That's what people like to put up there. Oh, the defense did get better. Oh, look at Shaq, he got more tackles. How many tackles did he miss? Did you put that in the stats? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How many bust coverages that Shaq could have stopped, you know what I'm saying, and didn't. You know, especially as a senior. See, I could talk about you when you were a senior and didn't do it. So obviously you ain't get better from your freshman to your senior year. So basically Manny can get him up in there and he can look good against the coastal foes. But as soon as you get there, I can't develop you. I don't know how to develop you. Who the fuck have I developed? You know, but that's on for another day. But I mean, that's just being honest. Like, you can get these players here, but you can't develop them. Because there should be no way that Bandit was getting just demolished this year. Why did you have him out of position? Why didn't you have him in the guard in the slot instead of those outside receivers that was going to burn past his ass every time? And you know it had been a problem because he even left to go pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's funny to me.
Yeah.
So it has to be some type of problem that players see because they like, man, I ain't staying here. Even what's your boy name? And he barely played this year, barely made any type of impact. What's that big dude name? John Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was thinking about leaving and going pro. I was like, what the fuck? For what? So these people, they see it's a problem, man. And it's going to come out on the next 30 for 30. It's going to be there. You know? But, I mean, what we want to take this next topic to, speaking of players leaving and no development of players, I mean, so what different do we think we're going to see this year opposed to the past 2 years?
I'm going to tell you what I think we're going to see. And I'm putting the mojo out there right now in the universe.
Right.
I think Manny better watch out because I think Leslie coming to that motherfucker to take over.
Then I
And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. See, I remember watching Enos, and you got to look at the little footage of him talking and everything, right?
Right.
One thing I noticed about Leslie, that motherfucker is technical.
Uh-huh.
He knows exactly what he want to do, and he's stern when it comes to it. He don't seem like no pushover. I can see him telling Manny, "You better worry about that damn defense."
That damn defense over there.
He said, "We about to score, but you better worry about that fucking Baker. You better tell your boy Baker, I'm gonna do what I need to do." And I don't see him letting. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't see him letting Manny. But I don't know the dude. I don't see him letting Manny dictate who the quarterback gonna be.
And the thing,
Because right now, I think Manny got pressure on him too. That everybody, a lot of people with sense, that caught on to his bullshit, right?
right.
And I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna determine if we doomed or not. Okay, the spring game.
Uh-huh.
If Manny closes out that spring game and just want to control who did what, we doomed.
We doomed. I see it.
I'm telling you, because he did, and he did that shit last year, so you couldn't see all the highlights. Because if you think back, he pushed who he wanted to push. Remember all them pretty passes you saw Tate throw?
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep. And
He made it seem like that boy was slinging that motherfucker. You'd have thought Tate was gonna be Joe Burrow.
I put it like the way they put it. It was like Perry and Tate were in the runnings. Jaren was nowhere to be found. And then next thing you know, boom, Jaren is the star quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's like, damn, how the fuck did that happen? And that ain't what people were looking at this. People, even when they went to the spring games, you know what I'm saying? They were like, oh yeah, Perry in the lead. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of tape.
Right now, Perry, if I was Perry, I've been transferred out.
Yeah.
Because right now, Manny don't have his back. You know, he don't have his back, and I'm looking at it as an adult. That's why I'm so proud that Lowe got out of there.
Yeah.
Because if you think of this, remember how in the spring he gave Perry most improved and shit? Remember that? They gave him an award.
Obviously a bullshit award to say, hey, here you go, but you ain't gonna get on this field, but we're gonna give you something to feel good just to stay on the team, just in case who I want goes down.
There you go. He kept Perry. He gave Perry that award to fool his ass. Because if he was straight up and treating him like a man, he'd have let him know, look, son, our system ain't for you. We moving in a different direction. Let that man go on in that transfer portal and get out.
Right.
See? And remember them guys we lost that left?
Uh-huh.
Remember them guys? They started bailing and shit.
Yeah.
People started saying, damn, why they leaving? I remember people, even fans, even talking crazy to them, right? See, it's funny how when somebody don't agree with you, they can be a fucking grown-up. But when one of your buddies, one of the motherfucking players you like, they become kids when somebody checking their ass.
I say that all the time. Because that goes...
And don't be a part of our group. Don't come to our group.
Right.
If your ass don't want to be checked.
If you ain't got that heat on you, don't come to Can't Talk No Filter, bitch. Because we got some...
If you sensitive...
Got some gunners over there, man.
If you sensitive and you believe in motherfuckers doing these drunk-ass rants, talking about they bleeding shit, then you be a part of their group.
We bleed this shit.
Look, these motherfucking informants talking about stuff. They got the inside scoop on what's going on. You ain't heard shit. You reading shit off
Twitter.
Read shit off sites.
And all the sites they pay for a month. You ain't getting nothing. You don't have no real information. You just stay on Twitter and stay on everything. And the first time it pop up, right when it say just now, other than when it got the time when it just pop up, oh, I gotta go hurry up and put that out there. That's why they look foolish when the shit don't happen. You know what I'm saying? And now, because remember last year, what they were doing, these so-called insiders that say they got the inside scoop, they'll go ahead and put that out there real quick, and then they'll look foolish. Let me tell you the difference between this year, what these so-called cats that got inside sources doing. All they doing is they making sure they put who said it. You know what I'm saying? So they don't look stupid for saying, yeah, it came from this insider source. No, you putting the face where it come from. So basically, you scared to say that. No, I ain't really have no inside source. I've been getting this shit from somebody else. But last year, you was taking their names off, making us think that you were the one that was bringing the shit. You know what I'm saying? When it weren't really that. I was like, we see through all that fuck shit. We see
and
through
guess
it.
what? You know one thing that all you really have to do as a fan.
What's that?
If you really want to see who looks like what, next time you watch, go back and watch some of these games, right? I would mute the fucking TV and just do the eye test for yourself.
Thank you.
Stop listening to what these commentators are telling you.
Thank you.
Like cut it out. I just listened to it in national championship, right? I heard how motherfuckers like, he went down, he went out of bounds, but then they show me. I see it with my own eyes. So all I'm saying is, stop letting people influence you because everybody just going with the masses, and just mute it and listen to you. Watch for yourself. Do the eye test.
Yep.
It didn't take much for everybody to see that Perry had a stronger arm than JW.
It didn't take that
With
much.
that being said, when JT breaks free, the better person to get the ball deep is going to be Perry.
Thank you.
Now, I know a lot of people say, well, Perry ain't consistent. Well, goddamn, how you going to be consistent when you don't get the reps?
You don't get first-team reps with the wide receivers that you're supposed to. You're not going to get it.
Nah, you're not. And guess what? I hate to say it. We have a quarterback controversy every year, right?
Right.
See, all you JW fans, don't be surprised now when the great white hype come next year. Don't be surprised.
Matter of fact, hey, matter of fact,
talking about how big he is.
Matter of
so
fact,
don't be surprised next year.
Matter of fact, we already said they already setting the narrative up right now for what's his name, Jaron Williams, to be the fall guy, so they can bring in the Great White Hope, and so it won't be no confusion or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? When they take over, they say, well, because basically what Manning gonna say, well, Jaron didn't take care of his responsibilities and what he was supposed to do as a Miami Hurricane player, and we just had to go with somebody who takes this serious, stays in the film room. He gonna say some bullshit like that. But basically what Manny did was, because Manny wants to do that to buy himself time. The more younger you have as the quarterback, the more quarterbacks you have that's playing young like that, what he's doing, he's buying himself more time. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows, if I throw JW out there, you know what I'm saying, or even Perry out there, and they mess up, I can't buy myself no time. But if I keep these young guns back here with veteran players that's outside of them, I can buy myself some more time, because all I can do is throw these stats in your face and say, look, we progressing here, we progressing here, we progressing here. Bitch, we not winning. That shit don't mean nothing.
But how about this? Ain't it funny how when it came to JW, right, you couldn't get a clear answer on what was really going on throughout the year, right?
Never.
Now shit is busting open like motherfucking popcorn, just all over the place. Because who you think putting that shit out? Who you think putting it out? Matter
of fact, speak on your theory. Who do you think is putting this narrative out here almost every year to get the heat off of himself? Speak on that. Speak on your theory.
My theory is Manny doing all this shit himself. He always setting the tone. Look, I'm gonna tell you how I figured it out. I remember last year these boys was playing on social media, right?
Right.
They was doing shit that didn't make sense. I was like, these motherfuckers are tripping. Guess who was dancing along in the video with their ass? Manny did. Manny did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen coaches dance with their players, but they generally dancing with them because they just beat somebody's ass.
Yep. Or they just beat a top team or a rival.
Right. But I believe Manny is putting all that stuff out because everything has him and that training he got at ESPN all over it. How the kids, you know what I do? I will say that Miami does well. Them kids know how to do an interview better than anybody, boy. They'll have you thinking shit just still good.
Okay, yeah, because they trained to say that shit. But
Yeah, he got him. I think he spent more time in telling them how to do interviews than fucking coaching. Because that's the only thing I see they got better doing. At least Mark Rich was just a repeat of everything he ever said in an interview when he was at Georgia.
Yeah.
He know every scenario. He'll repeat something he done said when he played at Georgia. Right?
Uh-huh.
Manny did get up there and he finessed the shit out of the whole thing. His players, all them boys have gotten better. Go back and listen to them interviews Perry did when Rich was there versus now.
Oh, yeah. They
Them
all
interviews,
different.
they done got better. All of them conditioned. But actually, I want somebody to tell me this, okay? If a kid doesn't know the playbook, right?
Uh-huh.
What happens if he goes in the huddle and he's a quarterback to call the play?
It's going to be all over the place.
Okay, so now answer this for me. If the quarterback doesn't know, but the receiver knows what's supposed to happen, the running back's supposed to know what happened. Why he can't just tell them what they're supposed to do?
Thank you.
So y'all keep thinking this shit. With these boys, how they hang out all the time and shit, them boys all know the playbook.
Yeah, they know the
problem
playbook.
is they can't execute the fucking playbook because they're not getting the proper coaching. I want somebody to point out a kid that has gotten better.
Preach, Cannon,
don't say
preach.
Murphy.
Preach on this
Kane
Kane
talk.
talk.
No fucking Murphy. I don't want to hear that about Murphy Hart. Fuck him. I like his heart, but guess what?
Preach
It
on this
don't
Kane
add up
talk,
to
no
shit.
filter.
Yeah, it don't add up to nothing. Hart don't add up to nothing. They didn't put Rudy ass in the game to get momentum. Like, come on, man. Y'all need to cut that shit out.
Yes.
Talking about Hart.
Yes,
Like,
man.
I'm tired of that. We got to start holding. We got to expect more. And that's, I think, the issue with me. If I don't sound like a Kane fan, guess why? My motherfucking expectations are higher than yours. That's just the bottom fucking line.
It's very
There
hot.
ain't no gray area. Either you care about winning or you don't. Either you want to win now or you don't. Just to let you know, it's been, 20 years?
20 years, because I'm going to say, hey, if you about 25, I'm not even going to say 25. If you about 30 and over, you understand. Yeah. And it's a lot of cats out here that's 30 and over, and they don't understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's most of the cats that haven't experienced what we've seen. You know what I'm saying? As in Canes. And a lot of us say, oh, well, you can't be stuck back in history, stuck back in time. I ain't got to be stuck back in history and stuck back in time to see some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to be stuck in history and time for us to go out there and have a good outing against FIU, Duke. You know what I'm saying? La Tech, a 2-win Georgia Tech. Why the fuck would I sit up there and hold my expectations that low to say, yeah, we have a new head coach, we go 6-7. We didn't just go 6-7. Let me get that out there. Look who the fuck we lost to. Look who we lost to. I ain't talking about Florida, and I ain't even talking about North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Because North Carolina was headed by a good coach that was basically taking a team that was 2-something. And he was basically feeding them. They were 2-0. They were 1-0 when they played us. They won their first game, and then they beat us. You know, so it's to the point. And then you got Mac Brown. He's a championship winning coach, so he knew how to instill that winning shit. And I bet you that his players went out there disrespecting him, doing dumb shit before games. They went high. You know what I'm saying? Because they respect him that much. And then so when they come to talking that this and that, oh, it's 6-7 his first year. No. Look at what the fuck he's done. Look at who we look at what this was a cupcake schedule.
You know what the saddest part about the whole schedule to me was?
What's that?
You went into a fucking bye and came out worse than you were before you went into the bye.
Thank you. What are you doing? I know what they were doing on the bye. Getting blazed.
At the fucking club.
Getting blazed. You know what I'm saying? Drunk, this and that. And Manny knew. Yeah. You can't tell me he ain't know. You know what I'm saying? You cannot tell me. Because it's...
Look, I sat with a family member for one of the quarterbacks, right? And if you got any bit of IQ, you'll be able to figure this shit out.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, look, I don't get it. You know, what's going on with the quarterbacks? I'm watching the game live. And I said, this motherfucker open, why he won't let it rip? Motherfucking family member told me, oh, nah, he don't want them to let it rip. He rather the motherfuckers just go down with the ball than let it rip. And he said, that's what's messing, and he said the person's name. That's why he can't get out there and get loose like he want to. I said, shit. I said, I be damned. You think you gonna tell Trevor Lawrence don't let that bitch rip if he can let it rip?
He's gonna rip it.
Did you see Trevor Lawrence's face after the loss when Dabo went to him?
Nah, matter of fact, I ain't even finished watching it because it's hard to watch somebody else keep putting them trophies up and we sitting up there hoping and wishing it was us. It's hard.
Right, but guess what? You gotta watch it. I'm gonna tell you why I watch it. I watch it because they're showing you characteristics. So you know Trevor Lawrence, Dabo came to him to pretty much try to comfort him when they lost, right?
Right.
Trevor Lawrence didn't want to hear that shit. He didn't give a fuck. You gotta go see it. And it's the same kid that was quoting all these Bible scriptures, man. A winner hates to lose.
Yeah, man.
A loser is just happy to be playing.
Just happy to be out there on the field.
In second place is the first to fucking lose.
Yep. And it's
people gotta wake up.
And that's one thing that I think that Alonzo Highsmith is gonna bring to the team, especially when it comes to recruiting. He's gonna get dogs that, bitch, I can't sit up here and just to play ball. I have to win by any means. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. What I think he's gonna bring to the table of bringing. Yeah, man, I see you looking at this cat, but that ain't the cat you need to bring on your team. He just like to play.
Right.
He's for self. He ain't gonna rally the troops around him and let's get this shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I think he gonna, with him coming on, hopefully he comes on. People keep saying it's a done deal, but until we see some finalized shit, it's just rumors, you guys. You know, so it's like, man, we gonna need his dogness. You know, to
right.
make that shit happen. We gonna need it because Blake Baker wasn't gonna make. I mean, what's his name? Blake, not Blake Baker. Oh shit, the AD. What the fuck is his name again? Who? It really doesn't matter because I'm. He's fucking up this shit anyway. But the AD now, you know, he's not gonna check Manny on no shit.
Nah, he showed that.
And so if nobody's there to check Manny, shit, Manny just think he's doing right. I'm doing all hunky-dory, my way. Nah, dog. You need help, boy. You need some real help. Thinking that you just a motherfucking man. And you just come off of 6 and 7. You need some real help thinking you the damn man. And you let FIU beat you. You let Duke beat you. You let La Tech beat you 3 games in a row. You damn near lost to Central Michigan off of a bye week. Get the fuck out of here. Like, and that's crazy, man. And so before I wrap this show up, man, what we gonna do? I'm gonna just add a segment to it for the fans' perspective, and the fan is always gonna be my guest appearance, which is you, my brother Luice Cannon. We gonna call it Hit or Miss You. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
And Hit or Miss You are the players that I'm gonna name on this team that they were either a hit or a miss. And the miss, we just gonna call them Bust You. You know what I'm saying? Bust You. If they good, we're gonna call them a hit. If they were a miss in recruiting cycle, not missed in recruit. I'm talking about they own the team and what the fuck they doing now, producing now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna run down the list of teams. Players. I'm not gonna name all the players, but we're gonna do it like this, you know? Okay.
So if they were good, if they were doing their thing.
If they doing their thing, it's hit. And if they didn't do their thing, We gonna call it. It was a bust you. Bust
you.
Bust you.
That's right. Let's
You know
go.
what I'm saying? You bust. You busted. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go ahead and get this thing started. I'm gonna name off the first one. Mark Pope. In your opinion.
You busted.
You busted. Jonathan Garvin.
I'm gonna go busted. You busted.
All right. Jaron Williams.
You busted.
Cam Harris.
You busted.
Oh man. Let's go. Jeff Thomas.
Hit.
Okay, let's go. Will Mallory.
I'm gonna give him a hit.
Okay. Let's go with let's start getting deep. N'Kosi Perry.
I'm gonna definitely give him a hit.
Okay. Let's go with, I'm gonna name a few more off on the top of my head. Let's go on the Shaq Quarterman.
I was disappointed in him. You busted.
Oh man.
He could have done better.
Oh
He could have
man.
done better. I'm sorry.
Okay. Mike Pinckney.
You know what? Let's take back. I'm gonna give Shaq a hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Pinckney a you busted.
Okay. Oh man. All right. Well, let's go to motherfucking. Let's go in this secondary a little bit. What about Bubba Bolden?
Oh, hit.
Yeah, I'm giving him a hit.
Yeah, before he messed that leg up with that bullshit, that makes me want to give him a you busted.
He was doing his
for
thing.
celebrating the monkey motherfucker, but yeah.
Okay, what about
I give him a hit.
Okay, what about another one that's going to the NFL? We're gonna call Trajan Bandy.
He right there in between with me. I'm in between with Bandy. In the beginning of the year, boy, they was killing him.
All right. Oh, let's see. Amari Carter.
Oh shit, you busted.
You busted. All right. Who's the other one? Blaze.
Who?
Blaze. Al Blaze.
I'm gonna give Al Blaze a hit because he's young.
Yeah,
I
think he hit. I think
he did good.
I think he played decent this year. He played okay this year. All right.
Yeah, but you leaving out. You trying to protect one of them corners now, waiting so I can throw that you busted.
Ivy. DJ Ivy.
Man, you busted. You busted. You busted. You busted.
Man. And let's go with one. Let's go with a fan favorite. Let's see here. Tate Martell. Or we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen anything.
Hold on. I got a question for you. Who the hell is that? You sure he played for us?
I don't know, man. I think he's still up there at Ohio State somewhere, man. Reminiscing.
Yeah, he doing something.
Reminiscing.
He doing something. Motherfucker went AWOL and just show up and play, huh?
Yeah,
you
man.
busted, mother. Yeah, you busted for real.
And let me see if I got. Let me see, cause I know Greg Rousseau. That's a hit. You know, I know.
Yeah.
Let me
Super
see.
hit.
Let me try to name a difficult one.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something about that hit?
Yeah.
I'm giving Manny a you busted because he couldn't even identify that hit he had on his team.
Manny need the biggest you busted of the day.
Yeah.
You busted,
And that's what I'm saying about evaluating talent. You didn't even know what you had in that kid, and you want me to believe Lowe wasn't ready to play? Boy, you busted. You busted.
Thank you. And let's see if I can find one more difficult before we go ahead and wrap this show up. Let me see a difficult one. One that can go either way, especially with the fans. It's kind of hard to think because we ain't had really too much shine this year. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. But let me try to find. Okay, Gervin Hall.
he had his time. He had his moments. But I don't know. I can't call that one.
You can't call that one. Okay, well let me try to.
I felt like sometimes when he was out of, I felt like sometimes he was out of position because he was doing too much.
Right.
Plus that dumbass striker, that bullshit didn't help our defense at all.
Yeah, Gilbert Freisen. What'd you give him? Because to me, I think he's a dog that they holding back, man. And when they hold him back, they snatching his confidence. But I think he's a dog at where he's at.
Well,
if you ask me, I would put him back there at safety.
But guess what I noticed about him over everybody else?
What's that?
He'll turn their head back, find the ball.
Yeah.
See, that's what people don't want to talk about.
Him and
Some
Takori
of them
Couch.
just playing the receiver, ain't even looking back to know the ball letter, none of that.
Him and
They
Takori
don't have a
Couch.
clue.
See, we about to go into a whole nother discussion, you know what I'm saying? We're about to go into the doggone assistant coaches, and we'll still be here on this show talking all motherfucking night, man. But yeah, man, we got to end this thing off, man. I appreciate you coming on, Luice, man.
Yeah, before we go, I'm gonna give Garvin a hit. I'm gonna give him a hit. He got some, but I ain't gonna do him like that.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and give him a hit. Oh, what about Nestor?
Come on, man. I'm gonna give Nesta. Come on, Nesta get about 20 hits, man.
That's that
Yo,
dog,
Nesta's
man.
the lineman god.
All they got to do is let him loose.
Strong arm god.
All they got to do is let him damn loose, man. Let
You
the
gotta let him
chain
play,
go.
man.
Let the
You
chain
gotta
go.
let him play.
Let the chain go
One
like
thing, I got a
Django.
question for you though.
What's that?
Before we wrap it up, what type of offense you think we should be running next year?
Everybody think. Well, I don't think it's what I think. I think it's what the OC is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And which he's known for is that spread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but guess what I like to see him do?
What's that?
I like them to mix it up, do more of a spread. Like I like that spread pistol.
That's
mix,
what I think.
you know I
That's
mean?
what I think he brings too. Also, you know what I'm saying, the pistol. But I think he does more. I gotta look at more film because I don't want to sit up here and lie like I done looked at everything that he's done. You know what I'm saying? I just looked at a couple, a game or so. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit up here and lie about I know what he's bringing to the table. But after I look at a couple games, I know what he's bringing. You know, with if it's spread, if it's pistol, I doubt he's under center.
Right.
You know, I doubt
But
he's
I'm
under
gonna tell you
center.
what. I watched the quarterback from Texas Tech, right?
Right.
And he's in that portal. But I will say something I noticed with him, right?
What's that?
He seems to love football and got that type of mean street in him. And what I mean by mean street is he gonna do whatever it takes to get the first down. He ain't gonna shy away from the first down. And he don't mind contact.
Oh, so he gonna go out there and eat. So that means he come to Miami. He gonna slap some folks up, some players up that's out there bullshitting. He gonna get them right.
I'm trying to tell you, and I feel the same way with that boy from Houston.
Yeah.
I was looking at it because I'm just looking at people in that portal, right? Especially the quarterbacks. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really know what we have at quarterback because I don't feel like any of them had the opportunity.
Right.
The only person I think get the opportunity is Jaron Williams, and
he's had his full opportunity, and we've seen enough. I've seen enough.
And I don't want to see no more.
I've seen enough of the Jaron Williams shit show. You may leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You may leave with your leaves.
Yeah, please get up out of there.
With your roll leaves. You may leave. We'll holler at you.
And Hartley, if y'all want to act up, y'all can go too. I'd rather see some young boys get a chance.
Matter of fact, that's one I wanted to hit. That what's his name in the You Busted and Hit? Mike Harley.
You bust.
I wanted to hear another opinion. I've never really brought it out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he was what people thought he was. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. He fool's gold, man.
Oh, okay, I got
Straight
one.
fool's gold.
D. Wiggins.
D. Wiggins, I'm gonna be honest with you now. To me, you can tell he got the potential, right?
Right.
But I seen one time he was looking at Jerry Williams like, how you throw that motherfucker like that? You know? You can tell, like, and to me, you know, and Williams just, you know, ignored him and just walked on by. But
Right.
to me, I said, okay, at least he ain't scared, you know, he ain't afraid to say something.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're gonna find out what all the receivers are made with. We're gonna find out if they're a U-bust or a hit, because JT out the way now. And I do believe, because JT was on the field, I believe them guys, I think they just got cocky because they felt like, oh, guess what? Everything failed. We're going to go deep on them anyway.
Yeah.
I want to see that one receiver like we had in Barrows, right?
Yeah.
Just catch the damn ball. Catch the ball first. You work on that all. That's what I want them to all work on, catching the ball. And guess what? I saw Tajer catch some balls that you'd have never guessed he could catch if he was still in Miami.
Right. It was some wide receivers out there. I don't want you to just catch the ball. I want to see if you can at least get the fuck open. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like get open. And granted, I don't know if it was play calling or just they didn't know how to get open. They were just. But I want to see you get open. Like, I want to see you go get some playmakers, Manny, or Lashley. I want to see you recruit some playmakers that can go out there and actually make plays. I ain't talking about you just catch the ball and you hit right there. Nah, I want to see you do some spectacular shit. If they'd have gave JT the ball like he was supposed to get it, you know what I'm saying? You would have seen some spectacular shit.
Can I say this?
What's that?
I want to see you bring in a new weightlifting coach too.
Yeah, man. We look small compared to other teams still, even though you can't really judge that off of 1 year. You got to put the regimen in at least for 2 or 3 years. But with us, by seeing us not block and not tackle, that's showing me that strength in that weight room wasn't doing the motherfucking thing, or you wasn't getting coached right on the field. Your proper technique on how you're supposed to do it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give our corners a little break on one thing. I think the motherfuckers look that bad because that striker shit is a waste of time.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't have went all in on the striker position. And the reason why I think they went all in is because I think they're trying to eliminate certain players that they don't really want there no way. That's just my opinion. Because he stuck with it even when it wasn't working. And Manny never got upset with it. He never did. You know, and I hate to say this, we don't stop the run like people think we do.
No, we don't. Not at all.
So y'all keep on thinking. And Manny didn't go at his boy Baker. Because Baker shouldn't have a job either, to be honest with you.
No, he shouldn't. Because,
but
let me tell you,
but
see, we looking at those empty stats again. What he gonna pull up to the table is, oh, well, look, we had the number 18 defense in the nation, total defense.
Man, we in the Coastal.
Thank you.
Next thing.
We in the Coastal, and we play FIU, Central Michigan, Bethune-Cookman, who else? La Tech. But you bragging on we the number 18 total defense in the nation. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you something I want everybody to think about, too. If you didn't pay attention, Alabama coming back. Clemson coming back. Them two coming back. They'll be back before LSU, believe it or not.
Right.
And then we all got to look. Oregon ain't that far off from making the playoffs.
Nah.
Everybody's getting better. So all this, trust the process. We bleed this shit. Oh, I'm born and raised on the campus at Miami. I don't want to hear that shit. because you the motherfuckers that's supposed to know better.
Thank you.
You supposed to know better, you know? And if you ever want to join our group, put the Henny Rock down and go live and do your interview or something. I don't want no drunk rants where you say something and then later you just
when you sober up, you jump clean up out that body and you totally different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man,
And
I hear
don't get
you.
on our group. Don't get in our group going live talking about how to clean sneakers with toothpaste. I don't want to hear that shit either.
Yes, man. Yes, man. But we gonna go ahead and end the show because we could be going all night, man. That's me and the special guest, me and my dog Luice Cannon, and we also gonna bring Luice Cannon's show. You know, we think we gonna call it the Luice Cannon's Theory because my dog got some big time theories, and when I tell you, it'll have you thinking, man. And so this is Cane Time No Filter episode 6. You know, and hey, before we get out of here, man, anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Let's plug the fucking winning season. let's put that karma out there.
Hey,
let's put that karma up there.
Let's go ahead and do it, man. A winning season, man. Hey, you heard it here first. Let's hope and pray we can have a winning season next year, especially with that cupcake ass schedule. Another one for the third year in a row. So we should have no excuse, but I guess we play down to our competition, really. So let's just look at this season is not a cupcake. This season is basically to the Miami Hurricanes, the #1 ranked schedule in the nation. That's how it's been going for the past 3 years. You know, so hey, we gonna call it that. We gonna look at that, and man, we gonna be out, man. Luice, I appreciate you for being on, man, and we gonna do it again soon. Y'all gonna look out for Luice Theory. That's what we gonna call it, Luice's Theory. And hey, when you do your theory, man, I'm gonna have some mood music in the back.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Have that shit riding out, man. But hey, much love, man. It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Tom motherfucking Ford, with special guest Luice Cannon, man. This is Cane Talk No Filter, bitch, and we out this thing. And one thing, for the late great Bernie Mac, man, we gotta give him a shout out. You know how I do every show. This how your boy do it. Yeah, what? I'm out this motherfucker.
That's right.
Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter.